Hello crypto investors, it's Wolf here. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the market update for today. Okay, so quickly before we start, I want to share with you like why I created this channel. So I actually created this channel back in 2019. And I've been doing these crypto videos for a while. So it was basically 2019 August. Somewhere here I created the channel. But I've been in crypto since 2017 here. So I've been from here, okay, to literally here. So I've been here for many years. So I want to share with you what I have learned when being here for so many years, and I want to also show you and inspire you that no matter where your situation, where you're starting, I have literally started. So in 2017 I had $200, and then I turned that $200 into $20,000. But I lost it all because I didn't sell here at the top because it was my first bull run. I didn't know anything, so I basically lost the money. And then in the last bull run of 2021, I had only $500 left because here in this bear market it was very rough for me. It was for my first bear market. I didn't have any mentor. I didn't use crypto Twitter or anything like that. I was just like me and the markets. Okay, it was very brutal, and I at that moment I was trying to launch multiple businesses because I'm very entrepreneurial. So I was trying to launch multiple businesses, like all kinds of businesses, selling like rings, selling like I create on my own tortillas, all like I sold on Amazon, white labeling stuff. I do, pretty much door-to-door sales, phone sales, all kinds of like sales stuff, and none of my like businesses like work. Like I couldn't get anything to work, so I couldn't even buy a bag of noodles at some point. It was very rough. So that's why basically, I started this, 2019. I started this channel. I was like, I need to. I believed in cryptocurrencies, and I only had $500, in my bank account. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start this channel, and I'm going to start, buying into cryptocurrencies because I remember back in 17, I made tons of money with it. That was the only way I knew how to make money. I had tried all kind of different things here, right? And then I took my $500 and I started, buying the motherfucker. And I started just like buying different things and learning around a lot of stuff. And then, since I had been here since 2017, I had like a competitive advantage, kind of like because of my knowledge and experience. So I turned $500 into over $300,000 here. Okay, but I literally made tons of mistakes again. Okay, but I didn't make the mistake of not selling here. I sold literally at the top here, and yeah. But I made many mistakes here. But that being said, I have been here a couple of cycles right now, and I have acquired multimillionaire mentors, and my mentors told me that they have been through like literally insane amounts of cycles, because it's usually 3 to 4 year cycle, these cycles. And they told me that for them it took like multiple cycles to get the gist of it. Okay, so they also made tons of mistakes. So if you have made tons of mistakes and stuff like that, don't worry, like don't stress about it. It's all about if you can just survive and just like be in the markets, learn about them. I believe like this is the opportunity to make millions and millions of dollars. That's why I'm very inspired to share my journey here, and also what I have learned here, because I know that once you just learn this stuff, it becomes so much easier. Like you can see through the BS. Okay. So my next goal for the next bull run, I believe it's going to be 2024 to 2025. I'm going to become a multi-millionaire. My goal is to make over 10,000, not 10,000, but $10 million. Because I think it's very doable. I definitely think that it's very doable. I'm going to do it with crypto gaming peaks. Okay, I have a great video about
Hey guys, it's Wolf.
So crypto gaming bull run hypothesis 2023. So I highly recommend you to go watch this video on my channel if you already haven't, because in this I kind of like go over the the gaming hypothesis. And also, if you're not part of the email list, then check out the email list, because I do all kinds of the updates there and special offers and stuff like that. So check it out, it's very exciting. Okay, and you can always like email me back if you have any questions or anything like that. So would love to get back to you. Anyway, so right now the market update. What's happening? So for the past couple of weeks, if you have been part of my email list, or if you have watched my YouTube videos, I've been saying I think that we're going to go down, simply because we are still in the bear market, in my opinion. The probability that bear market will continue is just very high, simply because macroeconomics doesn't like the inflation, like so with inflation, it's like it peaked and it has gone down, but we are still in the inflation. It's still inflating. Okay, we're still in inflation. So it's like it's not over yet, and there's all kinds of like things that can happen. So basically, the two outcomes here is that overall the crypto bull run will be back when banks are forced to print money. Like that's when the whole thing like we just skyrocket like crazy, and I think that will come at some point, and they are literally forced to print like $8 trillion. They will have to print like $8 trillion, like, right? It's insane. So that kind of money will roll back in the markets, and when that is going to happen, no one knows, but it can happen sooner because of the bank collapses and stuff like that. It's insane. Basically, banks are insolvent at this moment. Pretty much all of the banks. Let's see how far they can kick the can. I'm not like economist, but I've been reading like about it, and I've been studying it, self-learned, and also from my multimillionaire mentors, and I have learned a lot about it. And it's basically that's how the bull run like comes about. Like they print money, and that's when everything just freaking goes up. But right now, they pretty much don't they don't have to print money unless something breaks. Like that's when they break. That's how when they print money when something breaks. And how they for the the Treasury and Fed like operates is that the indicators what they look are very lagging. So for example, let's say that let's use metaphor like a boat. So let's say that the boat sails here, okay, and then they steer a little bit left, okay, and here is land, okay. So they steer it left, and when how they and the point of here is to stay in this line with the golden line here is to stay here. They steer it to the left, okay, because there was a little bit let's say there was a rock, so normally it would go like bloop bloop, okay, like this. But when they steer it and they want to avoid the rock, they steer it here, and then they steer all the way here to land, and they either crash it or just close enough not to crash it, and then they steer it back like this, and then they come here, and then they go again like this. And then they again so basically they just like use very lagging indicators to do it. So that's basically they're pretty much like they do it when they are forced to do it. They don't like do it like when they should do it. They do it when they're forced to do it. That creates like kind of like this that's why when we are looking at this thing, like we can use the past history that okay, what the Fed is going to do, it's not probably going to do anything super smart. They are literally just going to let it go, and when it breaks, and that's when they print. So that's kind of like what I'm learned. I'm really qualified to speak super amounts a lot about that because I'm learning about it myself, but I hope that helps a little bit. However, I'm really more interested, I'm really more super in-depth about crypto gaming. Okay, I've been really going very hard on the crypto gaming space, like understanding like what I've been on. I recommend you to get Kindle. I've been buying like books about like game development and just like and reading and and like successful gaming launches and successful mobile game exits and stuff like that. I'm really like studying this a lot, and also like super amounts of like gaming projects. I've been going through super many projects, and I will continue to do so. And yesterday night I was doing some research, and I literally found like this stuff that I found is crazy. I don't even know how I found some of these things. I just like I'm in my zone. Like it's like I just do for hours and hours and hours, and at some point I just like find something really amazing. It's like digging gold or something like that. But I found really good opportunities here that I'm going to share I'm going to share next week, and I have my list of tokens basically of my low caps. I have right now. Let me see. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Basically, I have 11 super low caps that I'm buying. Basically, nobody knows about these. I have my list of buying, and I also have like over like 40 in my list of like getting added to this list. And then I have a couple of positions that I want to increase. I'm going to talk about these in the Low Cap Millionaire Circle. If you want to join, check out the first link in the description. And okay, so right now the market update has gone. I'm basically freestyling here, like the my mind here. So I'm testing this kind of like video format. Anyway, so what I think is going to happen here, like I've been saying for a couple of weeks, I think that we're going to go down, and pretty much you know, I've been saying this for so long, but I'm just going to say it again. I think that ETH will trade between $2,000 and $1,000. Okay, if you look at the last bear market, ETH was trading between $100 to $300, and at some point it got past $300, but then it quickly came back. So here we got a little bit like over $2,000, and then the steam just vanished, right? Like we had all the steam because there is no. If you look at you can see this. If you look at, for example, CoinGecko here, and you look at the global crypto market cap right now, it's 2.1 trillion. It's the same money just floating over and over again. No new money is literally entering the markets right now. Literally, like no new money is entering the market. In the bull run, when you watch this, there's new money being like billions and billions every single day being added to the market. It's insane. That's why the prices grow so much. Everybody's like new money comes in and it's buy. That's why if you look at like when they print money, new money comes in, and that's when it just like it just grows. But here the same money is like recycled. People go first by ETH, and then they're okay. Now we're going to buy some Doge token. Now we have lost the money on Doge. Let's try the next thing, and let's try the next thing, and let's try the next thing until they have like traded their whole stack, which is stupid. So please don't trade and don't use leverage because it's stupid. Trading these kind of like conditions and volatility is just like impossible in my opinion. I'm the financial advisor. What I personally do is I have the superior method. Okay, you just right now. So I've been in bear and bull market. So in bull market, it's super exhausting. Bull markets are super exhausting. It is like if you have not been in bull market, you will see in the next bull run. It's super exhausting. Like at 4 months, you're like, please, can this like stop? Even though you are making tons of money, it's super like. It gets to you. Bear market super chill. I love bear market myself because right now you can just focus on the rate. So here in the bull market it's all about the price. In the bear market it's all about the knowledge that you can acquire. So you can buy like super like for example I found a super low caps like 0.00004 like super game projects, and it's insane. So on bear markets you can just focus on finding the best projects and dollar cost averaging in, which is super chill. So you don't have to go in these markets and try to like see the price action and everything like that, because I don't really care about the price action right now. Bear market, I think the price is going to be like this. So I'm going to use ETH as the point here. So 2k and 1k. You can see this on my multiple before videos where I talk about it. So right now we are in my opinion we're here, and then we go down here. I think this period, there's no saying how long this period will last, right? But I think that this can like last like at the end of this year. Usually these things play out it takes a long time for these to play out. Let me show you here. If you look for example here, so this was the peak of 2022, so 2022 June, when the whole thing like really crashed here, right? Let me show you here. Boom, it just went down here, and then we went up here, right? August 2022 we had hype, and then from August to December it was all downhill. Right? But it was like so from here I think that the same thing is just I think that the same thing will repeat. So you can see here so from here to here it would be like, I think that it can, but there's also black swan events like banking crisis. So if they are forced to print dollars, everything can go really just like back up. No one knows what's going to happen, but the probability of we going down from here it's actually pretty high. It's actually pretty high. And even if we don't go up from here, I think it's like consolidating at these prices very high. So I'm not like, I really care. So that's why I don't really care about the price right now. I'm just stacking because we are already at the bottom prices, right? And what I'm personally doing, I'm buying low cap crypto gaming tokens because I think that just games in general, they are so like in the thing about the next bull, like also AI stuff. I have found insane AI stuff. So AI stuff and gaming, like they are just like so like you can make literally thousands of access, 100 access, 1,000 access, 50 access. Like it's insane. You can just like, even if you start with like $500, right? You can take $500. Let's say that you first 10x that, okay, that's $5,000, and then let's say that you find let's say 20x, that's $100,000 already, and then if you just like find like let's say that you find 15x, okay, that's 1.5 million in 3 swings. So you don't even need that many swings. You just need quality over quantity. Okay, so that's why I really like. I'm really I want to stress that out because that's super important. Like you need to. But I haven't understood like there's in venture investing, when you're investing in low caps, you need like diversification because it's super like a lot of businesses will fail, right? Like startup and even bigger businesses in long time horizon they will fail. So you know I learned from a multimillionaire mentor to diversify. However, you don't want to just like randomly diversify. You want to like actually know what you're buying, right? So that's super super important. So get in depth in what you're buying. Know if you know every like think about this. This is super important. I've been reading Warren Buffett's Snowball book. Highly recommend that book. It's Warren Buffett's biography. He literally just spills all his secrets in that book. It's insane. So if you look like what he's doing, he talks about so it's knowledge plus like analysis. So basically, you take knowledge that other people don't know. Like you learn more than other people. You get edge, okay, and then you use the analysis to make a plan, okay, and then you just take action and execute that. And if your knowledge was better than like it was qualified and it was within the circle of competence, mean that you actually know what the heck you're doing, okay. Um, then you can trust the edge, and then you just take the plan. And the plan here, in my opinion, in crypto is always just darkest average in and darkest average out, and then just take action. This requires patience. Yeah, like there's many books about, like, for example, psychology of money. He talks about like money. So it's called the psychology of money. Money is psychological. Like money is like it's behavior. It's not like finance. It's not in the sense like financial. It's behavior. So it's more about like what I highly recommend you to read also that book. So anyway, but this was a quick video here. So this is super important here. Do you know what you're buying? So in the Lock Up Millionaire Inner Circle, on some of the picks I go super in depth. Some of the picks I could just kind of like show you, like if you want to check it out. And some of the picks I'll go super hard. And I want to do the super hard on all of the picks, but I don't know if I have time to go in every pick super hard, because it really takes a lot of time. Like it requires like constant learning, but I'm literally learning all the time, and I'm sharing everything I learn. So it's if you want to piggyback off my research, and like I said, the lens I'm using to validate this information that I'm getting is literally like years of experience, like literally. So I follow the markets. I watch a lot of like what other people are doing in the markets, in the sense like what they are saying, because that's a very like you can use that basically to counter. But there are some people who have been like 5 years like I've been here, but they still don't like kind of like get it. Okay. But some people there are multiple investors in my opinion that get it. And yeah, anyway, so, and what I mean by get it, it's like you have this kind of like experience from being here for so many years. It's same thing as like if you would have if you, let's say that you do cooking, right? You start from zero to cook, and then you have cooked relentlessly 5 years. You basically know the ins and outs of cooking. You can still make mistakes, of course. Everybody makes mistakes, but it just becomes more like intuitive. You just know, like you don't even like if you look at the top chefs, you don't even measure the salt and everything. Like you just go with the flow. So that's kind of like what I have found. Like, and from my multi-millionaire investing like mentors also, they pretty much like they go with the flow, because the markets are very dynamic. They just float, and they survive, meaning that when it comes to like a lot of like investing books talks about like 95% of investing is literally just managing risk, not get totally wiped out. Like let's say that you have like $10,000 to invest, like not smart thing to do would be not to just go all in one token, because you don't want to be left with nothing. Like you don't want to get wiped out, right? So basically you need to manage risk, okay? But that's another concept. I really want to share that with you. Highly recommend you to just study managing risk. because it's super important. It's very basic and it's very fundamental, and the fundamentals are the best if you want to make crazy money. Because when you make to the millions, you need to have strong fundamentals if you want to keep that one $10 million or $100 million, whatever. Like you can't just like expect like having zero knowledge and then making a lot of money and then being able to handle that money without any experience or any knowledge. You can't just like, a lot of people will do this, and if you do it, you can try to do it, but most people will fail. That's what I have learned from a multimillionaire mentor, and it's very rough. Like if you make a lot of money and lose it, that's the roughest one, because then you have the bias of making a lot of money, then you're like, oh fuck, I lost it all. So make sure that you have a plan knowledge when you actually make the money. It's super important, and nobody else is talking about this. I'm going to be covering this more in depth, because I know that people who are watching my channel and who are in the memberships and stuff like that, ultimately, if you are just sticking with cryptocurrencies and you are buying the chips with them with very high probabilities, ultimately at some point you will make a lot of money. Okay, and I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice, and let's see what will happen with the markets. But right now, I think that we're going down. Let's see if this was the dip, or if we are dipping further. We will see. But right now we at least got a little bit of dip. So Bitcoin $27,000, ETH at $1,800. It can dip further, definitely. Let's see what will happen. Thank you so much, and peace out. Thank you. I'm not a financial advisor.